Alright guys, what's going on? I found this video, should you fap to Final Fantasy XIV by Hartvigen. Now, I honestly was browsing through YouTube and I came across this by way of the thumbnail. Now I saw you stole up. And I was like, huh, this man is obviously a man of culture. So I said, hey, let's check it out. Should you fap to Final Fantasy XIV? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. But hey, I want to actually see what the man Hart has to say. I've honestly never seen this channel before, so this is going to be a good insight to where he's from. He might actually be like another, maybe I'm guessing he's a WoW refugee. I don't know. Like, I'm new to this channel, so it's gonna be a good insight. Like, again, I stopped by way of Yastola, because, you know, Yastola, she's mommy, you know, so, you know, it's anywho, let's go ahead and it's full screen here. Give me a second. Let's go ahead and get started. Grab your popcorn, grab whatever you need. Let's see what the man Hart has to say.
Playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV lately.
I just didn't ask.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty good. Been thinking about maybe making some sort of review on it. You know, just a collection of my thoughts, put it up on the channel. I think that could be pretty good.
What are you gonna call it? Final Fantasy XIV review? Come on, no one's just gonna click on that. You gotta think of a unique approach if you're gonna do this.
Unique approach, you say?
Hey, Aqua.
Myself, I've been playing World of Warcraft since I was 8 years old. Through that
Okay,
game,
so yeah, he's another
great,
refugee.
unforgettable experiences. Made online friends I still talk to 10 years later. Got cutting edge twice. Even went to a guild gathering in London to meet the people from my raid team, and a slew of other things which has made this game so special to me over the years. Recently, however, it's been rather unanimously agreed upon that the game's sort of taken a turn for the worse, to the point where the most anticipated piece of content in recent memory was literally just them undoing 17 years of updates. And so for their new expansion, Shadowlands, Blizzard rethought that plan and reallocated a large amount of their resources to provide the best possible experience for all. Sadly, however, as it turns out, spending your entire game budget on in-house lactation chambers, surveillance cameras for the female bathroom, and a giant frame picture of Bill Cosby, look it up, doesn't really make the game any better. And so through a mix of the employees being a bunch of party rockers and the game just kind of being shit, not only did a large percentage of WoW players quit, but it's gotten so bad that majority of World of Warcraft content creators, people who have their library tied to WoW, decided that potentially being thrown out on the street is comparable to playing the game. And no matter where you look in the community as of late, all you hear is just "Hula boola, it's preacher! Game's kinda shit at the moment, yeah?" Hey guys, Mad Season here.
Even Mad Season, bro. Everyone left.
Well, you know, I just don't think that WoW's in a very good spot right now, with the various systems and internal affairs really coming together to just make
hold on.
Making a not fun experience to boot up the game. Definitely, absolutely. The worst part is that we have no idea how much blood, Michael. It thirsts. It hungers for blood. Mr. Manson, people are quitting en masse. More allegations of gender discrimination are coming out by the hour. One woman even killed herself after the company's treatment of her. Please say something in your defense.
Oh boy, that's not good. Oh yeah, no, wait, I have an idea. Okay, yeah, come over here. Sometimes, whenever you've done something wrong, there's nothing you can do but just offer a genuine apology.
Sorry for party.
But when the company's
wow, fucking ads.
Employees are too busy molesting their female co-workers to do anything about it, and the game is so bad that even Asmongold doesn't want to play it. Where do a metric shit ton of WoW players go?
Final Fantasy.
Well, Final Fantasy, apparently. Final Fantasy XIV is an MMORPG originally released in 2010 and was, upon release, notoriously a shit game. So to fix it up, developer Square Enix called in game director Yoshi P, and fix it he did, effectively remaking the entire game from the ground up by making A Realm Reborn. After which he kept spearheading expansions for the game, each of which somehow always turned out better than the last. And this has culminated in the game now having a 10-year backlog of both story and content for any new player to explore. And excited at the prospect of throwing away over 300 hours of my life, I gathered a few of my friends and we got ready to set out. But before we start our journey through Eorzea, we first need to make our characters. As any seasoned MMO player will tell you, there are a grand total of 2 ways to go about this. You either sit down and meticulously craft an idealized version of yourself, someone you can look at and think, this is a reflection of myself and what I want to be in this game, which then further allows you to get engaged in the story and feel the various narrative beats on a more personal level, as you can fully immerse yourself in the fantasy of living in the world that you're playing in. Or you can make the character you want to fuck the most. Obviously,
that's true. That's true.
There's really just some for everyone here. Personally, I play Mikate because I
you gotta play the Mikate.
plays a Rogadin because he keeps catcalling female bodybuilders in hopes that they'll punch him in the face. Peer plays an Aura.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Dragon and Kurt, well, yeah, let's not get too into that. But now we picked our.
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with the Lalafels, bro. There's nothing wrong with the Lalafels. They have their place. Okay, just don't.
The gameplay.
Fire! Fire! PK fire! PK fire! PK fire! PK, yeah, listen, yeah. Dark Mage isn't the best when it's, yeah.
There are some genuinely interesting.
It's not the most fun when it's, you know, when you first unlock it.
Once you get to the end game. With a combat system that really makes it feel like moment-to-moment decisions you make matter a lot. And with the skill ceiling to boot, so you always feel like there's something you can improve upon on any given boss. And I think a nice example of this can be found in just looking at the player data logs from the most recent raid. Here we find that the absolute worst DPS in the game you can potentially bring along with you is a Black Mage. However, if you go and look at the top of the meters for the very best players, the class with the highest potential
Wait.
Black Mage, and this ability to become better at your class and abuses mechanics.
Hold on. Let me scroll that back. Wait, go back for a minute. Let me rewind that back for a second, bro.
Players, the class with the highest potential output is a Black Mage, and this data logs from the most recent raid. Here we find that the
Wait. Let me see something. Let me look at this. Alright, this is from the log, so hold on. Let me see. Let me study this. Because see, as an actual sprout myself, yeah, cause see, okay, let me see. Yes, oh yeah, Black Mage, okay, yeah, it has the highest DPS. Wait, how long ago could Dragoon? Huh? Dragoon is ahead of Samurai? Wait, what? Wait, when was this? When? Yo, cause everyone kept knowing that, like, really it always went like Black Mage, Samurai, either Dragoon, then Ninja, then like Monk. But unless I'm like reading this graph wrong, because I don't like really, because again, I'm still a Sprout, so I've never really looked at this actual log. How is, like, at the max DPS level, how's Dragoon ahead of Samurai? That's odd. I'm gonna have to look more into that.
Absolute worst DPS in the game you can potentially bring along with you is a Black Mage. However, if you go and look at the top of the meters for the very best players, the class with the highest potential output is a Black Mage. And this ability to become better
crazy,
at your
bro.
class and abuses mechanics to the utmost to just do some absolutely nutty stuff really is what makes something as mundane seeming as tap targeting work as a combat system. But that's all in the end game. And before we get there, we first have to go through the entire 300-hour story, most of which you're way below max level for. In terms of gameplay, it is... Yeah, Yeah, it is not good. The game doesn't just assume that this is your first time playing an MMO, it treats you as though you've never touched a computer before in your life. Let's take the Lancer as an example. You start with True Thrust at level 1, then at level 4 you learn Vorpal Thrust, which combos with the previous, meaning you now have a very basic 1-2 combo. Now, realistically, the next two abilities you get that influence your actual rotation are at level 18, where you get a buff, and level 26, where you get the third hit for your now 1-2-3 combo. After which you hit level 30, and your interesting skills sort of start being drip-fed to you at 5-level intervals. But until then, hope you enjoy pressing 1-2 repeatedly while watching Netflix on your secondary monitor, because that's what you're doing for the next 12 hours. And that's even one of the better examples. Try leveling something like a White Mage in solo content. Aside from your dot, you have one damaging ability.
Wait 1 second, guys.
Your second? No. Okay, I guess technically you get Holy at level 45, but that's an AoE, and frankly, more of an attack on your 20/20 eyesight than any enemy. Still not...
Oh my god, these ads, bro.
And I'm Maite, and we're from Holy Life.
We have found that Sindel has very low rates.
Not convinced? Let me tell you about macros. A macro is a custom button that you can set up to do anything in your inventory or spellbook. So if you, for example, want to drink a potion to increase your damage whenever you activate your burst, you can make a macro to do so in a single button press. Final Fantasy, however, decided to also let you put a delay into your macros, meaning that you can queue up several abilities with the press of a single button.
Yeah, I actually need to set up my macros, man. I need to actually get into that.
Which was the first character I leveled, until level 62, which is well over 100 hours into the game, mind you, my entire rotation was bound to a single button, meaning my gameplay effectively just ended up looking like this.
What's up, gentlemen? So today we are talking about the newest addition to the social hierarchy pyramid, which is the elusive Sigma Man.
And it's sad because there is some genuinely interesting gameplay to be had once you have your full kit unlocked, but
dude,
kept from it for no reason other than the game just refused to give you skills before they were canonically introduced to the expansion cycle. Like a bad hand job, that rubbed me the wrong way. With that said though, outside of combat and content you'd expect like dungeons and raids, which all range from decent to phenomenal,
bro,
of, like,
I love fighting against Susano, bro.
That are just there because they're fun or add flavor, and it's also a big part of what kept me going through the initial stages of the game to get to the actual good stuff later on. A giant casino with chocobo racing and tons of minigames, in-game concerts hosted by players, the ability to get married, a collectible and playable card game inside the game, random jumping puzzles around the world, fully supported and customizable player housing. None of these have an impact on the actual gameplay, but people do them anyways because they're just fun. Or
just fun.
World. Take fishing for example. I have no fucking idea what you use fish for in this game. Genuinely, couldn't tell you at gunpoint. Nevertheless, I'm fishing level 71 and probably have about 10% of my time in game spent fishing. Why? Because it's chill. There's a little boat that goes out every 2 hours with like 24 people.
Just chilling, man.
Fun to just go out with my friends and compare penis size in the form of our fishing score while chatting shit. One time I even managed to get 10,000 fish point and I got a sick shark mount for it, which became one of my favorites for reasons. These various systems and types of moments really are what help make the game feel like a living, breathing world as opposed to just a glorified dungeon hop. There's players everywhere, doing stuff, sometimes progressing and other times just hanging out. Occasionally, you'll stumble upon a location only to discover that some guy decides to throw an impromptu boat party there. At this point,
yeah, like just random parties everywhere, especially on Limsa.
It seemed like a cool thing to do, and because real clubs are scary. And the best part is that all these things are available to the average player right off the bat, helping sell them on the world and community as they can jump right into the various systems without having to go through a 50-hour hand-holding session first. And while something like housing might seem a tad expensive at first, trust me, you go sit idle in Limsy Lumsa on a female character in a somewhat skimpy attire for a couple hours and respond with a winky face whenever one of those big furry fellows sends you a personal tell, you can easily make those 2 to 3 million in about 3 hours of good, honest work. Because as my favorite Twitch streamer always says,
never stop sucking big dick? Wait, what the fuck? That's not what it said.
And extending it into new players is
no, a bunch of degenerates, bro.
I thought there was some sort of hidden Reddit karma system coercing them to act this way, but no. For whatever reason, and you'll hear this echoed from basically everyone who's tried the game, the people who play it are just chill and welcoming. Whenever I've stood in a major city and looked at someone for more than 5 seconds, 9 out of 10 times they would stop up and give me a hug and ask me how my day's been. It's almost uncanny how friendly people are in this game, unlike anything I've ever experienced before. And honestly, it's just such a pleasure having these small interactions littered throughout your gameplay. Hart, aren't you just describing people
Wholesome.
displaying basic human decency and not being assholes? Does average human behavior really warrant such praise? Excuse me? Have you ever actually played an online game? Last time I booted up Apex Legends, someone called me the N-word and leaked my IP address. And we were still in the lobby. The hardest part
Damn!
isn't playing a match, it's finding 4 other people that are mentally stable enough to stay for the duration of it.
A summoner has disconnected.
But that's...
Hey, you know what's better than a $5,000 PC?
What?
A $5,000 PC that costs $0. It's time to give you free stuff thanks to our...
That's just not a thing in Final Fantasy. The game's non-competitive nature and years of fostering a genuine community has meant that people are just there to have a good time and are, for the most part, open to let you in on that sense of community, despite how good or bad you might be at the game itself. Heck, for a lot of people, the actual endgame they participate in basically just involves putting on some cute clothes, taking pictures of it, and partaking in the various side systems I mentioned earlier. And I think a large part of the reason the community surrounding Final Fantasy is so friendly is, unironically, because the largest and biggest draw of the game isn't anything so competitive as high-level PvP or even endgame PvE content, but rather the story. The story of Final Fantasy XIV is actually just so fucking good. Yoshi
It's good.
Big gamble and
It is so damn good.
play through everything in it before getting to the end game, which is usually where the focus of an MMO lies. But my God, am I glad he...
Almost forgot, guys. Yeah, Final Fantasy has a free trial all the way up to level 60 with no limit on playtime, and you get a free expansion, Heavensward. Just to let you guys know, you get all of that. All of that. What other game gives you a free expansion, no limit on playtime, bro? All the way up to level 60. Critically acclaimed. A critically acclaimed expansion. No limit on playtime. You can't lose. Come on, man.
Everything in the story is just a big interconnected network of events which keeps bringing up and building upon previous plot points. However, this also means that if you hadn't pushed through the somewhat slower and less interesting build-up stories from the base game, a lot of the stuff later on just wouldn't make any sense. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a person who's played through the entire thing and didn't love the absolute shit out of it. But when talking about a time investment this big, it's hard to know whether or not that's because it's actually universally good or because of survivorship bias, or as I like to call it, the One Piece effect. No one has watched every single episode of One Piece and wouldn't recommend you the show, but is that because it's actually good, or because the only people willing to sit through 1,000 episodes of it are the same ones who liked it in the first place? And it's the same with Final Fantasy. You won't meet a person who's played through the entirety of it and won't gush about the story, myself included, but for the people that never make it that far and just kind of leave with a somewhat lukewarm experience during some of the admittedly worse earlier content, it's hard to say whether or not they would have started to enjoy it had they just stuck with it. And even so, while I think there's some genuinely amazing narrative to be experienced through it, with the latest expansion Shadowbringers quite literally just being what I would call peak fiction, I also can't expect everyone to be as eager as me to waste 2 weeks worth of free time just to start experiencing it. What I will say though is that when this game tries to deliver a big story moment, I have yet to experience it not absolutely just hit it out of the park, bringing together music, visuals, and even utilizing the shortcomings of the MMO genre itself to its own advantage. For example, during the start of the Heavensward expansion, spoilers for Heavensward by the way, during the start of the Heavensward expansion, you're told about Nidhogg,
Spoilers.
a great worm who's waged a 1,000-year war with the people of Ishgard, seemingly out of nothing but his pure, unfounded hatred for mankind, and so being the warrior of light, you set off to kill him. However, as you start making your way towards him, you slowly uncover more pieces of the dragon's past, and learn that rather than some chaotic evil dragon lord, Nidhogg's story is more akin to that of a beautiful and peaceful being, having been utterly consumed by rage after humanity betrayed him and his kin thousands of years ago, in a story forgotten to all but them, as the human leaders lured his sister into an ambush, after which they killed her to take the source of the Great Worm's power, namely, her eyes. And every time you uncover a piece or learn something new in regards to the origin of the dragons, you hear this instrumental track called Dragon Song play in the background. However, in spite of your newfound knowledge regarding Nidhogg, you find that his rage is simply too insurmountable to be overcome, and with his sole driving force being the endless torment of the denizens of Ishgard, you don't have to put him out of his misery. When you finally do battle him, his brute brother Hartvigen agrees to help you fight his enraged brother, but while the two fight, it proves that Nidhogg is slightly faster, slightly stronger, and eventually knocks his brother to the ground. However, as he holds him down and declares his victory, Hartvigen reveals his true plan.
Yep. Bro, that one moment, bro, when he gave us his power of his eye, that shit was, man.
In an effort to empower you so that you might take on Nidhogg, a transfer of power that no dragon has ever granted a mortal before. And as you walk into his eye, absorbing part of the dragon's essence, you hear that ever familiar tune start to play.
That shit was epic. Epic. Bro.
There's lyrics.
Bro.
Become one with part of the dragon, you now hear the full meaning of the dragon song as it blasts in the background and tells the story of not only the betrayal but also friendship that once was between man and dragon. A bond which twisted Nidhogg into the spiteful being.
The feels, man.
However, despite the fault line elsewhere, you know that you must be put down, so you stand alert and ready your weapon to fight him. The cutscene ends, and in front of you stands Nidhogg, the lyrical version of the dragon song plays in the background, under the tune of which you now get a solid few minutes to take in what exactly you're about to do, as you wait for the cue to pop for the fight where you can then finally take on Nidhogg and put an end to the dragon song war. Obviously, I'm not doing a 50-hour story justice by rephrasing.
That shit was so good, man.
This is just one
The fields.
expansion in which they managed to not only deliver on a big story moment, but made the act of queuing up and literally just waiting a part of that experience. Something I've never experienced done before. This is just one such instance in a much
so damn good.
The total sum of which helps cement Final Fantasy XIV as one of the best stories I've ever experienced in a video game to date.
So damn good, man.
But should you fap to it? Before I ever booted up Final Fantasy XIV for the first time, I stumbled upon a character from the game named Angelise Rider, a character who just so happened to have an ungodly amount of, shall we say, adult fan art attached to her name. And seeing this 2-meter-tall ashen-haired Gallian princess get plowed in every position under the sun by various farm animals got me
culture?
thinking, damn. Maybe I should try out Final Fantasy. And so, mostly attributed to my Kuma mentality, I gave the game a shot, only to discover about 300 hours of playtime later that Angelise Rider is in fact not a character in the lore, but rather someone so see who's commissioned several hundred pieces of hentai of her. You heard that right. The reason I started playing this game was to meet a character that doesn't exist in the canon. Nevertheless, I ended up having a pretty good time with it anyways, and meeting a ton of actual characters on the way, each of which turned out to have a very similar Rule 34 count to that of Best Girl Angelise. I also found that one of my favorite artists, Devil HS, has made not one, but 2 full-length comics centered around the game, both of which I must confess to enjoying quite a bit. And the fan creations don't stop at just fan art either. You can even spice up the game itself with some highly illegal third-party add-ons. Don't think the titty slider goes up quite far enough on the bunny girls? Got you covered. Wish your characters could dress off down to a little
What? Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on. Whoa, bro, whoa, wait, what? What?
This has made not one, but 2 full-length comics centered around the game,
What?
both of which I must confess to enjoying quite a bit. And the fan creations don't stop at just fan art either. You can even spice up the game itself with some highly illegal third-party add-ons. Don't think the titty slider goes up quite far enough on the bunny girls? Got you covered.
Bro, I need to get on PC, bro. I need to get on PC. I need to get on PC. How much does the game PC cost? Hold on. This is bullshit, man. This is utter bullshit. Wow, bro. Wow. Wow.
Wish your characters could dress off down to a little less than their underwear? You know it. Think.
What? Bro, you're gonna get banned, bro. You're gonna... What? What? Yeah, you're gonna get banned. You're definitely gonna get banned if you...
Lalas could do with being a little more sexualized as opposed to just looking like potatoes.
No. No.
You motherfucker. Did you fap to Final Fantasy XIV?
No, bro. No.
Yes.
All right. That was awesome. That was awesome. That was cool. I'm probably gonna check out his these other videos, see if you got any more like that, like kind of like reviews like that. That was cool. So yeah, long answer, should you fap to Final Fantasy? Yes. Short answer, yes. Wow. Wow. Man. The things you can do with Final Fantasy, it is truly remarkable. I did not even know you can put in mods like that on PC. Jesus Christ, man. Who would even want to do something like that to a Lorelfield, bro? Like, you must be a sick individual. And, like, you need to just go to prison, like, if you're gonna do that. No. Just don't. Just don't. Yes, I will give this video a like, guys. Please go ahead and follow the boy Hart if you can, if you must. Let me know what is your most fun thing to do in Final Fantasy. I would say mine would be, obviously, well, I wouldn't say obviously. I would say at the moment mine would be my most fun thing to do. Like, everything's fun in Final Fantasy. Like, that's the thing. It's hard to actually pinpoint, like, the most fun thing at the moment to do in Final Fantasy. But if I would have to give it, like, a top position, like a top spot, I would have to say I would have to say either the crafting or gathering jobs, man. Like, it's just so peaceful and, like, it's just relaxing. Like, you can just really, like, just, like, it's so carefree. You can just really build stuff, and it's, I don't know. I mean, I know you guys would expect to say, you know, dungeons or stuff like that. I mean, yeah, those are, don't get me wrong, those are fun too. But I mean, just the fact that you can just create stuff, you know, just that, I love that element of just, you know, making your own thing. I like that. I really like, it's just enjoyable to me. But guys, let me know what you most enjoy about Final Fantasy, and what you guys would like to see them add in Endwalker and moving forward in the future. Because I haven't really done any fishing yet. Let me know what you guys. I know they're getting like a rework on fishing, so that's gonna be cool. I want to try that out as well. But man, Jesus Christ, man, I want to do some like actual role playing too. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that I need to do in Final Fantasy, but you know, like, the story is getting so good, and it's like there are a bunch of jobs that I want to play and that I, you know, want to level up and figure out, and it's just like there's just so much to do in this game. It's just fun, man. It's just so fun. I've never experienced something like this. I should have gotten into like MMO sooner than I actually did. But guys, if you guys enjoyed this, you already know what to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out the boy Hart, all that jazz. Until the next one, take care. Bye bye.